Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Crypto Analyst here. I hope all of you guys are having a good morning, evening, wherever you guys are from, and welcome to the crypto live stream. Now, as you guys can see from the title, Bitcoin has broken out, and this is something that we literally just called a couple hours ago, and it's something that I have been telling everybody because everyone has wanted to put attention on the rising wedge that we have been in. However, we formed a pennant inside of a rising wedge. And so I've really been watching the pennant because, as we can see, the pennant has been very well respected, touching, I believe, is almost 7 times. As we can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this would have been the 7th, and it broke out. And so, again, I really expected this to have at least probably another touch or two, probably touch at the bottom and then break out. But we broke out early, and we've already busted almost to, $9,245.50, which is crazy. But it's a really good breath of fresh air. So I'm gonna go ahead and welcome everybody in. By the way, I need to make sure my chat is up. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cover this and really cover what this means now that we are officially broken out, and we can say this. And I stated before that I believe that if we could break out of this and we could break towards the upside, then we would see it would pretty much guarantee a bullish market for the most part. I think the only milestone that we'd have to cross next is breaking 12K. But with the way that the TA is working right here, excuse me, my mouse is on the wrong one. But with the way that our TA is working right here, I just don't really see that as too much of a problem. But there definitely is a lot of resistance up here. So if we look at, let me go ahead and scroll. If we look up here, right, we have a lot. Oh, that's the wrong one. Excuse me. Right around this area, where this is where we have a lot of resistance. So we touched it here, fell, came back up, touched it again, fell, came back a third time and fell. And so definitely a lot of resistance at that point. So welcome everybody watching in the UK. Yo, welcome Lewis. It's great to have you from the UK, man. What time is it there? What part of UK are you from, by the way? So we've already touched this level more than three. If we even just look and put this up here, there are so many touches to this line. One, I'm just gonna go ahead and count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, so at least over 10. So loads of resistance at the 12K mark. That would be the only last barrier that we would need to break in order to be into an official bull market. But for the most part, I am extremely bullish since we broke out of an upwards wedge and this pennant that we had formed. So great stuff from Bitcoin. I was literally just going through this chart with a couple people and hyped on crypto in their Discord, and what was it? I was looking at this, and we were all the way down here. We just started this candle on the hour, and I was looking at this, and then someone said something about Verge, and I said, oh, okay, and I literally went like this. I went and I said, oh, dang, Verge fell out and whatnot, and I was like, oh, well, that sucks, right? And I went back and I clicked and I saw this and I was like, what the heck? I mean, it happened so fast. If you literally could have blinked and you would have missed it. So it's crazy. So welcome everybody. Holy crap, there's a lot of you guys in here all of a sudden. I just saw that I just went from 0 to 33. So welcome everybody. What's up? Just saw the breakout. Awesome. Yeah, dude, great stuff. But so there's unique things about this breakout, right? So we have the Bitcoin breakout and we broke out of the ascending wedge and the pennant that were like inside of each other. It's really weird. But we broke out of it towards the upside, which is really good, which it's I'm not saying it's guaranteed to hit 11K, but the measured move upwards is $2,000, just as the measured move downwards was also $2,000. So it's pretty much a guaranteed 6,900 or an 11,000. And so personally, you guys know me, I was very bullish on this matter, and since we broke out of this and we're now heading upwards, we had over $300 pumped into Bitcoin in quite literally a couple minutes, which is crazy. It's nothing like what we saw down here where we had $1,200 in less than 20 minutes, but this is just as good, right? We're probably going to see some sort of a correction, so don't freak out. It's nothing bad. Guys, we just got a ton of money put into Bitcoin, so by no means is it just going to, be a horrible thing. We're going to have some sort of a correction. It's going to consolidate. It's perfectly fine and normal. Like, don't stress. People are going to be panic selling. But yeah, so the unique thing about this, let me go ahead and show you guys this. So I have ADA and Verge pulled up so I can give you guys some examples of this. But when Bitcoin pumped right here and we saw the massive influx in money coming into Bitcoin, something very unique happened, right? We had the altcoins dump, absolutely dump. Look at this, Verge, boom, took a tank. It dropped almost, what was this, 774 to 739, 37. Same thing with Cardano. It just broke out, guys. Cardano just broke out here. It broke out, it started the candle, went all the way up to the top here. As soon as Bitcoin started going up, because I was stalking Cardano, same thing happened. It dropped, and then, you know, now it's back up and it's back into its, you know, it looks like it could fall out again, which is really rough for anyone who's owning Cardano, excuse me. But all these altcoins tanked hard when Bitcoin broke out. So we don't see this movement too much because, remember, guys, for the most part, and I'll go ahead and read chat in just 1 second. No video. It says try refreshing your stream if you can't see it, because there's definitely a video out. Because I have my live stream pulled up on another monitor, but we don't see movement where Bitcoin goes up and then the altcoins go down. The last, you know, that has happened a couple times since the bull market in the winter time of around December, January, but you know, it has happened a couple times since then. But the last real time that we saw cryptocurrency start defying each other and the altcoins kind of separating and going down whenever Bitcoin goes up was during that time when cryptocurrency skyrocketed. So, you know, could that mean that, could that be bullish? I definitely think that that could be. We're seeing altcoin dominance grow more and more as we're getting back into this market, and so there's a lot of really cool things to come here. Seeing that we're returning to bullish levels and defying the TA, you know, 1, 2, now 3 times, 3 major, you know, contradictions to the TA that we've just said screw it and broken to the upside, like literally unleashing a herd of bulls, I'm not sure, into a bear den, and the bulls are just prevailing right now. So it's awesome stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and read through chat a little bit here so I don't get too far behind. Welcome Lewis, welcome Robert, welcome Power to Achieve, and welcome Christian. Glad you were able to fix that the stream. What's up? Just saw this breakout. Awesome. Absolutely, dude. 2 a.m. in the morning here near Manchester. Yo, Manchester City or Manchester United? Hard stuff. Personally, I don't know. Any recommendations for altcoins to buy? Downside of the bull run? Can't find what to what to put my fiat into. Yeah, dude. So you personally, what I do, my specialty, my like expertise, I guess you could say, is swing trading. That is what I'm best at. I'm very, very confident in my swing trading abilities. So that's what I stick to, and I think it's more the thing of like, so for me, since I'm like Mr. Swing Trader, and I lack in like the other areas of like, I guess day trading, because swing trading is usually a little bit more than a day, but. So what I do is I find coins that are down, right? So I look at Verge. Verge would be a great example of one that I'm currently looking at, right? Verge is down. I'm screwing this up. Verge is down tremendously, right? I think it's at about 70% retrace levels, which is crazy low, right? So, you know, 68% retrace is a huge level for cryptocurrencies and getting back into them. So Verge right now is, I think, almost at it's just around that 68% retrace, which is a very, very good buy opportunity. We saw this massive drop. This was just the bounce. So nothing big, you know, after it can only drop so much before it bounces. It's like, you know, it's like the bouncy ball analogy. The higher you drop it, the bigger it's going to bounce. So big drop, we had the bounce, and then it started bleeding out, which is perfectly normal. And then we saw, and then so what we have here is that we have a little bit more movement for Verge. When Bitcoin, this basically happened because Bitcoin shot up and Verge went down with all the altcoins. So now that was really, really unfortunate timing for Verge, because that made it break out of this. I don't even know if I want to call this a pennant, because it's more just like a descending triangle. But so it's really unfortunate stuff for Verge, you know, just the timing of it. But great if you want to buy in cheap, because you guys, as we know, guys, Verge is one of the most risky coins, right? So if you are looking to potentially make a lot of money, you do Verge, but it's also high risk. So high risk, high reward. It's kind of one of those things where Verge, and I always get crap for saying this, but Verge is very pumpy dumpy. As you know, hopefully I can show you guys on these charts. You know, just like look at this, just like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Like it's just crazy. So you know, just look. I mean, look at how like huge that volume is. Oh my God, I think that's the most negative momentum that Verge has ever seen. It is. So Verge, man, I guess you could say it's on a flash sale right now. So I'm looking at Verge because I like swing trading, and I'm looking at how cheap it is currently, and it's got me interested. I will say that it looks cheap, so yeah, I'm definitely very interested in Verge and looking at that. So we're gonna keep a close eye on Verge. We're gonna see what there is to swing trade, and hopefully we can make something, because again, guys, when Verge goes up, it goes up extremely hard. It doesn't really, rarely does it have like these little pumpies. Usually if you make a swing trade on Verge, it's a fairly nice one. So I'm always down to hold a little bit of Verge, because buy at the hype, sell at the news, and that's what you do with Verge. That's exactly what happened with their last partnership. So great stuff. Let's go ahead and back over to Bitcoin. So great stuff, guys. We are consolidating around 91.60, which is great. We're holding, and we're consolidating over this previous high. So now we have a higher high on Bitcoin, which is great. So we have all sorts of stuff. If you guys haven't seen the video today, I'm gonna try to draw a little bit here and see what I can draw. It definitely looks like we are going to be into a bullish market for the most part. So we broke out of the pennant. Yeah, I mean, man, if that's not, I could even touch this up a little bit, but for the most part, I mean, oops, I'm gonna go move that out of the way. I mean, that's a pretty good upwards trend line. So really cool stuff coming out for Bitcoin at the moment, guys. Really great opportunities. What do we have going on in chat? What's up, guys? Major breakout. The bull run is not far away. It really is not far away. I mean, bull run wise, it's doing great so far. This was a crucial point. Arguably, it was more crucial than all that we've had down here. This was a very crucial point because it was determining whether, with this giant pennant, it was a huge pennant, which is why we saw such a big rise. But this was determining whether we'd go back down and see our lower low or not. That's what this point was. If we fell out of this, we would probably hit our lower low, double bottom, or fall even lower, which would have been really bad. But as I said months ago, I didn't think that was going to happen. So we broke out of this, which is great. That was a crucial point. This didn't matter too much with the head and shoulders, but this was a crucial point determining whether we would go up or down around $2,000. So very good that we broke out of this. I think next spot for us is going to be around $11,000 for Bitcoin. Again, don't just buy because I said that. Do your own research and everything. And it's very possible that the TA gets contradicted, as we've seen, 1, 2, now 3 times. Bitcoin's all about contradicting the TA right now, and while it might be bullish for the moment, it's cryptocurrency, is volatile, anything could change. Bitcoin Cash is going ballistic. Let's go ahead and pull that up then. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna leave Cardano up, and we're kind of leave Verge out. Bitcoin Cash to BTC. Bitcoin Cash to BTC. Yeah. So let's look at. Oh, I don't want to do Bitfinex. Nothing against Bitfinex, but where is? Oh, I forgot. It's called BCC on Binance. Bitcoin Cash. Here we go. Holy frick! Okay? So you want to know how this could get even better? For any of you guys that are watching, imagine if this just falls into a cup and handle. Well, actually, no, that's not possible. I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking this was more round, but there's no way it could be a cup and handle at this point. If it was, it'd have to be. I think it actually formed a cup and handle right here. Do I have sound on? I do. Yo, and I'm sorry about that, guys. I thought I had sound off. Andreas Willie Antara, thank you very much for the sub. It means a lot. It means a lot. Means a lot. Welcome. If you have any questions at all, I'm gonna go ahead and mute my sound. I'm sorry about that. I thought I had it muted. If you guys have any questions, by the okay, so it should be muted. Cool. If you guys have any questions, by the way, feel free to ask. I'm very active, very easy to talk to in chat. So by all means, yeah. So let's look at Bitcoin Cash, because holy crap, this thing has. Someone was telling me about this the other day. They're like, man, if you want to swing Bitcoin Cash, it is low right now. If you're a swing trader, and personally, I don't really care for Bitcoin Cash, so I kind of stayed away from it. I made a good amount of money off of Cardano, not XRP, TRX. I made some money, a good amount of money off Bitcoin, and I just made more money off TRX, so that was awesome. And yeah, and so I never really thought about it, but holy crap, man, if you got down in here, looking good. Yeah, so let's go ahead and zoom in here so we can actually see what's happening. Besides just, I mean, honestly, I don't think there's like too much to even just TA about, because being honest, this is just a straight, like, that's crazy. Bullish trend line, like, it's healthy. For the most part, it's kind of healthy. I mean, it's pretty volatile, but, you know, I like seeing this consolidation right here. Go up, consolidate, go up, consolidate, go up, consolidate, go up. Correction, consolidate, goes back up. Correction, little correction right here, consolidates, and then now it's going back up. So great stuff for Bitcoin Cash. Like, man, that's insane. It's pumping hard too. So, I mean, there's nothing really signifying. I mean, we can draw around a little bit here. And we can try to see what we can get out of this. I don't even know where to start. But yeah, wow, look at this. It's perfectly just fits like a glove. Man, that is a nice, like, just look at this. Touches, touches, touches. So I mean, I guess if you want to find out where it's going to go next, it's a very good indicator for you right there. What else can we do here? Can we draw more like this? Wow. Yeah, I mean, this thing is just going up in a very healthy manner for the most part. I mean, that's just crazy to see a bullish trend line like that. That's such a steep trend line too for Bitcoin Cash to be holding. So I mean, props to anyone who bought into Bitcoin Cash. I didn't post anything about this even in my Discord. If you guys aren't part of my Discord, you know, I talk about this stuff, and I don't give anybody trading advice, but I give you guys my personal trading, so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Again, I don't encourage anybody to copy my trading, but I always post my trades and what I'm doing in the chat. For the most part, I forgot to post this TRX trade. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm talking like you guys can see it. Let me go ahead and pull this over to the screen so you guys can see the Discord. The Discord is also linked in the description below, guys, for any of you guys who need it. So this was TRX recently, the most recent trade that I made. Again, swing trading is my specialty. So great pennant forming on TRX. Broke out. I bought around 596 Satoshis, and I sold at 649 Satoshis. So it was great. You know, again, I posted that in the chat. That one was a little bit late, but we've made some other really, or I don't want to say we, I don't like to give anyone trading advice just for, like, I guess, I don't know if people have told me that you can't even get in trouble for legal issues because, like, I already have a disclaimer, but just as another form of precaution. I think copying people's trades is always risky because you're always going to be one step behind, and it's just risky. So again, I posted my trades in the chat so that you guys can see them and be aware of what I'm doing, not so that you guys can just copy them, because if I don't want you guys to lose money if I lose out. So let's go ahead back onto Bitcoin Cash, right? So very, very steep. Like, just look at this. Like, that's crazy. You guys know what this reminds me of? This. I mean, okay, it's not quite as steep, but, like, just look at these levels. Nutty steep. I mean, if that doesn't say bull market, I don't know what does. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me go ahead and pull up my video back over here so I can see what you guys are saying. But if that doesn't say, like, that's crazy movement. So we jumped, excuse me, from, what is that, 920 or 92,000 Satoshis to 164,000 Satoshis. So Bitcoin Cash could have almost been a 2x just within itself. So crazy, crazy nuts. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of get a good idea because every time, again, guys, look at these touches. One touch, you know, two touch, hits the line, comes back up, touches, and you can see that there's very solid support here. Very solid. Every time it even touches this line, it jumps drastically. I mean, just look at it, you know, touches the line, jumps up like a couple thousand Satoshis. It's crazy. Touches the line here, massive jump. Doesn't even get to touch the line here, and it's just shooting back up because who knows what. I guess because it technically is a branch off of Bitcoin, so since Bitcoin's going up, a fork, excuse me, of Bitcoin, so since Bitcoin's going up as a fork of Bitcoin, this is also following it, which we can type in Bitcoin Gold and probably see this exact same thing. Bitcoin Gold has been going up a lot too recently. Just had a massive jump. So yeah, I mean, this thing's still pumping. I would caution everybody to avoid FOMO because that can be very dangerous. But yeah, so Rogue Dolphin, welcome to the chat, my man. That's parabolic move on in Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, it's crazy. Nothing I would ever buy into right now. You never want to buy at the high. Never want to buy at the high. I mean, that's just crazy. You'd be crazy to buy in up here. Crazy. Just started watching. Verge looks pretty good to get into. Yeah, dude, we were just talking about Verge. I can go ahead and pull that back up. So we're going to get rid of Bitcoin Cash here. It's mooning. I think that's an understatement, literally. That's crazy. It's almost 2x itself in, it's what, since the 18th? In less than a week, it's almost 2x itself. So, holy crap. What were we looking at? Oh, yeah, XVG. Yeah, dude, we were just looking at XVG. To be honest. So yeah, so we were talking about the 68% retracement level on Verge, which is there's a couple levels that you want to get into because usually that's when things bounce, or at least start seeing some sort of upwards momentum. And 68% retracement level is one of those levels which Verge is actually broken, and now I believe it's over 70% retracement from its initial jump so far. So if we look at this chart, you guys can see, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom this out a little bit, crunch it down. We can see that, you know, just massive losses for Verge. We know Verge is one of the most volatile cryptocurrencies, and since it's so cheap, you can't help but think that it's going to be a good buy-in level. Now, another thing I want to point out here, again, guys, it's almost cut itself in half. It just about has cut itself in half since its partnership was announced. Well, you know, we could definitely see a double bottom come into effect here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this down just so we can make sure. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and leave this down here just so that we can keep an eye on it. If this does, I don't even know, you know, it's a couple Satoshis. It's like 3 Satoshis off. So fear of missing, oh, yeah, FOMO is fear of missing out. That's when things are like doing this number, and you're like, I want to buy in, it's all the way up here, and because you just think it's going to keep going up and up and up, and you want to ride the train, and then you fear of miss out, and it goes up and up, and you're like, oh man, I'm riding it, and then it just dumps. So fear of missing out is always a bad thing, because you never know, you never know when the top's going to be. I mean, you could do a measured move and look, but like for something like this where it was strictly hype, it's risky. So yeah, I mean, we could almost call this a double bottom here. Again, it's only 3 Satoshis off from a double bottom, so it'd be very, very close to call. But I mean, just look at last time, you know, Verge touched this level of 739, 737, around that area, and then shot up to almost 200 Satoshis, over 200 Satoshis, which is crazy. So, I mean, very, very strong support, obviously, for having over a 200 Satoshi bounce for Verge. So I would just wait and see. There's, you know, this right now, I think we could just call this a descending triangle and wait and see what it does, because if it breaks the support, it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be a fun time at all if it breaks this support. So we would definitely be seeing it probably go into lower 700s, if not 600 sats level. So that's going to be Verge for us. You know, again, you know, I personally, I think Verge could be a great swing trade here. I want to see what it's doing, because this movement that it has with this last little drop is so unhealthy, because it's creating a lower low. For the most part, we are having lower or higher lows, right? Consistently forming a nice little, it was kind of a descending triangle. I don't even know if we could call it a pennant. And then it fell out of it because Bitcoin rose exponentially. And so all the altcoins tanked, which just happened to make Verge fall out of it. And again, really inconvenient timing. But yeah, so yeah, definitely keep an eye on Verge, as I am. You guys, I actually recently just bought into Verge because it's so low right now. I think it's going to be kind of a hard time to go wrong. And when Verge is cheap, I'm always game, because again, it's one of those volatile cryptocurrencies. The risk versus the reward for me personally is worth it. And so I went ahead and invested a little bit of money in the Verge, and not too much at all. But I definitely did, just because it's so volatile. And I love volatile coins like Verge and Tron and a couple of these other ones I love. So yeah, I think we should wait to get in lower or lock in a position now. So for Verge, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to say, because again, whether we want to call this here, that's not even right. It's like, whether we want to call this a double bottom or not, I don't know, because it's quite seriously like 2 or 3 satoshis off from a double bottom. It's so close. Could it come back? I would say honestly wait. Right now we're making higher lows, but that could just be a bounce because of how far we just dropped from Bitcoin moon shooting. And in fact, Bitcoin's about to, wow, there's more money getting pumped. We could see another high in Bitcoin right now, which is crazy. Personally, I would wait for Verge, because if the altcoins are going to keep contradicting Bitcoin, like if the altcoins are going to keep going down as Bitcoin goes up, then be careful, because Bitcoin's gonna keep going up. But yeah, I mean, just wait. Honestly, I would just say wait and be safe, because it's better to be safe than sorry. Like, it would suck to like FOMO in here and then we break this level and it tanks like at least 50 to 100 satoshis. So that would really suck. So it's better to be safe than sorry. I mean, you could always buy in and set a stop loss up like down here, but I don't know. Personally, I would wait if I were an investor. I already bought into Verge. I bought into Verge. I'll show you guys where. I bought into Verge like right down here. To be honest, I thought we were going to break out, and the whole Bitcoin thing happened and we went down. So I'm not too worried though. Again, I bought in fairly cheap, so it's nothing that I'm worrying about whatsoever. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and move on here. Yeah, just be patient, man. Patience is key with cryptocurrencies. You gotta learn. Once you learn patience in cryptocurrencies, it literally helps you out so much. Let's go ahead and back to Bitcoin and see what we're doing here. You know, definitely a nice trend line upwards. So if we could hold right here and keep like building ourselves into a bullish continuation, like, man, just look at this. Keep having consistent higher lows. Like, if we come back down here and have a higher low up here, man, that would be great. TRX, TRX just got. I just swing traded TRX. I just posted it in the Discord, wherever it is. Yo, bye bye. Welcome to, or BB, welcome to the Discord, dude. It's great to have you, dude or dudette. I can go ahead and pull this up. I think this is, yeah. So I think I showed this a little bit earlier, but can't get it over here. This was the swing trade that we just made off TRX. Really, really good stuff. It was awesome to do, awesome to see. Again, I posted a little bit late in the Discord. It's totally unintentional, so that was my bad. But bought in at 597 satoshis, or 596 satoshis, sold at 649 satoshis, so that was awesome. And then currently, last time I checked, Tron was tanking. So I would just give, you know, Tron a little bit of time, because that was the official measured move. And let's go ahead and pull it up actually as we speak. So TRX to BTC. Let's look at it on Binance. Yeah, I mean, this thing's tanking right now. Be careful with Tron. It's personally, I believe this thing's gonna keep going down here. I think it definitely is in correction phase. If we zoom out and we look at this, it's gonna need to correct itself a little bit. Would not be surprised if this thing hits 600 by any means. So now's probably not the time to buy Tron, because it just hit its previous high. Now, if it were to break out of this, then holy crap, like we would see a gigantic run in Tron, but it would have to break levels of 673 sats, which I don't think it has the momentum to do. I mean, look at how far it's come here recently, right? So it's been up a lot. Oops, I just moved my line. Oh, it's okay. I think we can delete it anyway. So yeah, I mean, it would definitely need a lot of momentum. I think it's going to come back down here and then break these levels. But as of right now, I think it's going to need a little bit of a correction. It's came up so much, came up so hard here, so nothing too bad for Tron. I wouldn't be worried. Oh, these arrows don't move either. Dang. What else are we saying here? Thanks for your input. Only been in the space for 4 months now. Not trying to take a loss. Yeah, dude. It was. If you don't know, I always tell people this because people, know that I do cryptocurrency and I love TA and swing trading and all that. Cryptocurrency is awesome, man, and there's a ton of money to be made. But it's one of those things that you need to know what you're doing in, a lot more so than the stock market or in Forex or in any of these other, I guess, investment type like ideas or companies and whatnot. You really need to know what you're doing in cryptos because they move so much faster. As you guys can see, they are so volatile. But if you know what you're doing, you can make a lot of money. But if you don't, you will get absolutely butchered in the cryptocurrency market. So it's one of those things that you don't. It's like if you don't know what you're doing, it's literally gambling. So you need to know what you're doing when you're going in the cryptocurrency market and have people who are going to teach you. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a rough time until you learn. And so that was one of the things is that the more you learn, the better. Because by investing into yourself and teaching yourself how to learn, you're reinvesting that into your money. You're basically doing that. So if you can teach yourself more, then you're essentially earning yourself more money because you're learning how to better invest. And with better investments come more money. Okay, I actually want to look at this. What are we looking at right now? Tron? Alright, so this is unique. This is what I just saw. I was just kind of taking a glance at this. Upwards trend line. Possibly? Yeah. Next stop. Could very well be up here. Yeah. Could very well be. It would take us, let's see. Get this thing strapped on here. I mean, to put us at this level, it would be it'd be about a week from today. So we'll see about a week from today where Tron is. And we could be around these levels. Maybe in a week, but I think until then we're gonna have to fall. Verge is a scam coin, bro. Sorry. Yeah, dude, don't get me wrong. I don't like Verge. I like how volatile it is. I'm all about swing trades. Do I believe in Verge? Not really. I think it's not the best privacy coin at all. I think Monero is personally the best privacy coin, but I think there's like Monero, Dash, Pivx, or a lot of these better privacy coins than Verge are. However, Verge is notoriously volatile, so there's nothing wrong with making money from a volatile coin, especially when it's down past 68% retracement levels. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I know people that say they refuse to invest in coins that they don't believe in as a product and like way in the future. If it can't succeed, then they would never invest in it now. Personally, I don't believe in that. If something's notoriously volatile and there's money to be made there, then I'm gonna make money off it. And in the end, if you want to long-term hold coins that you believe in, that's absolutely great. And I have nothing against that. But personally, I love swing trading, and this is swing trade at its finest. And so it's not, Verge isn't something I believe in. It's never something I would long-term hold. It's something I just like swing trading because it's so volatile. I would definitely get more Verge and TRX. Yeah, I think I just talked about that one. What? Oh, testicular fortitude is key in a market like this. I agree, dude. And with I'm gonna call you DeZeus. DeZeus also, welcome to the stream, dude. I have not seen you around here too much. So welcome to Zeus, welcome Mark Purdy, welcome Rand, and welcome Crypto Mike, guys. It's all great to have all of you, as well as all of the other normals. What price would you buy Tron at? 600 or below, probably. Yeah, personally, dude, the way it's looking right now, like, yeah, probably around 600 or below, personally. We'll see. We're going to see where it drops, and then where, because it's going to drop and then it's going to bleed a little bit, which is perfectly normal, nothing new. Every crypto does it. You know, we see the drop and then the bleed, and then it goes back up. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Tron here. Personally, I would like to get in below 600 Satoshis. I'd be perfectly fine with that. But time will tell, because right now, as we can see, upwards trend line. So, excuse me. Rule number 2, hold for 365 days. Yeah, because of the new taxes. For anyone who doesn't know, Rand was just referencing, I think he was just referencing the new tax rule that's coming for cryptocurrencies, and that if you hold your coins for 365 days, you have significantly reduced cryptocurrency tax. Or you could, I think it might even, the new rule might even be, if you hold it for over 365 days, you will not have to pay at all. That could be, don't quote me on that, but I know it's significantly reduced if it's not that. So, crazy stuff. You know, so a lot of people are going to be long-term holding now because of that, and people don't want to have to pay taxes. But starting next year, you're actually going to have to pay tax. Yo, I'll see you, Mount. Thank you for stopping by. If you guys don't know, Mount's awesome. I think he's, oh, Mount, you're not a moderator. Come here. Mount is a moderator. I don't know why he's not, but he's there. So, Crypto Mike says, people, I don't know about the price, but I was wondering on Stellar, but I was working on Stellar, and it's awesome, really. I think that the price will be stable, but Stellar will replace Ethereum easily. I don't think it will. I don't think there's any reason that it can or would. I think Stellar's great, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have enough utility to replace Ethereum. So something you have to understand, and this is a video I'm putting out either tomorrow or the next day, is my cryptocurrency predictions that I've kind of held to myself, but Ethereum has thousands of applications that are running on it. If you know what the ERC20 token is and why there are all these things getting built on top of the Ethereum platform, it's because the Ethereum platform is so good. You have all these major coins like, well, EOS is one of them, Tron was one of them, but EOS and Tron are leaving. The Binance coin, Amise Go, VeChain, so many of these other huge coins are built on the Ethereum platform. It's because it's so good. So not only does it have smart contracts and so many applications and cryptocurrencies built on top of it, like, it just has so much utility. The Ethereum really does. However, a downside, because it has all these things built on top of it, it slows it. Ethereum is extremely fast, right? But because it has all of these things built on top of it, it also slows down the network, so it's not as fast as it could be in its full potential. With that being said, Stellar is essentially a group of people that branched off XRP Ripple and said that they didn't like how it was getting done and all, and they were going to do it a different way. And so Stellar is a lot like Ripple, not completely the same or whatever, but they have their similarities. The only difference is that Stellar does not come out with news or partnerships near as much as XRP does. However, their blockchain code within itself is better than XRP, but they just don't have the connection. So I always give the analogy, guys. Man, I might have to get some water here in a second. I always give the analogy, guys, of the Apple Store products, right? Apple and their iPhones are not the most advanced, technologically advanced products, right? They're not the best one on the market, but they are the most popular. Why? Because of their marketing. You know, other phones have had better cameras. Other phones have had facial recognition. Other phones have had thumbprints and more apps and better quality and better battery life, right? All these other phones have had better stuff than the Apple iPhone. However, the Apple iPhone is still the most popular phone in the world. Why? Because of the marketing and how they handle themselves, and they're really good with business, and they're good with advertising, and they're good with appealing to the average person. And so that's why it's the most popular, not because it's the best, but because of how they work themselves as a company. And you have to understand that. And as much as it's crazy, and people will hate me for saying this, but not the best thing will not always succeed. There's more to a product than just being the best at what it is. There are coins that are ridiculously fast in cryptocurrency, and they're not in the top 10 or the top 20 or 30. because there's more to a product than just how it works. There's so much behind the scenes stuff and partnerships and handling yourself. So that's why personally I don't think Stellar would ever, or at least not anytime soon, replace Ethereum because of utility and Ripple. It would be crazy though. It would be crazy to see if Stellar could surpass XRP. I think that's a little bit less likely as well, but Stellar has some ups on XRP. They definitely do. They have some things over XRP's head. So, but same thing. XRP also has different things. So, you pay 15% instead of 25-30%. Yeah, so significantly reduced fees instead of 25 to 30. Yo, thank you so much, Crypto Mike, for putting that in the chat and clarifying that. Thank you so much, dude. 15% instead of 25 to 30%. That's awesome. Significantly reduced fees. Dogecoin could hit 0.05 in a major bull run easily. I'm sorry, I don't like Dogecoin at all. I think it's insane that it's still like in the top 30. I think it's still in the top 30. Alright, I have it pulled up. What is this thing? Yeah, I mean, okay, it's 37. This thing, okay, so the story behind Dogecoin, I've done a video on it and why I've told people not to invest in it. Dogecoin originally was designed for tipping streamers and YouTubers and content creators. However, it like couldn't be done and they basically didn't want to do it. I see this thing advertised everywhere. And they couldn't, and they got lazy and they're like, all right, we don't want to do it anymore. And they just left Dogecoin. Come to find out years later, as you guys can see, and I'll type it in again, it like boomed, right? Like just look, they were like, oh, we're going to do it. Nah, we can't, we don't want to, whatever anymore. Flatline. What happened in 2017? People found out about it again and it started gaining momentum, and then now it's like a mainstream coin all over again, even though it has intrinsically no value and no use at all. The owner of the coin has came out, the creator of the coin has came out and said, do not buy this coin. It's not going to do anything. It's useless. It just sits there. There's no value in it. It's not going to ever accomplish anything. He came out and he's like, do not buy this coin or else you're going to lose money. And people still buy it. So personally, that's my thoughts on Dogecoin. Crypto Mike says, thanks for reading. Yeah, dude, no problem. If you guys have any questions, by all means, ask me. I'm here to answer anything. So, and as well do some TA. So let me go ahead and pull back up Bitcoin from Bitfinex. Yeah, dude, we're still holding this levels 91.75. Good levels. Sandpiper, welcome, dude. Clarence, welcome. I think I already said welcome to Rand. If not, welcome Rand. MindGeek, 97 billion net worth. Amazon's 105 billion. Pornhub also has an online casino when they integrate Verge into when they integrate Verge into this. Watch the price rocket. Verge to be included in token pay debit cards. Yes, I talked about in my I actually have a video on that recently, Sandpiper, where I talked about why this partnership with MindGeek could be more than people think, and why it's not necessarily a bad thing. People think it's useless and all that, but it's really not as bad as you think. And a lot of people said, oh, it's useless, it's boring, they're never going to gain anything out of it. I think that's a little bit harsh on Verge. Again, don't think Verge is a great coin at all, but I think this partnership could do more good than people actually think it could. So something to watch out for with Verge. Again, I'm not going to long-term hold Verge, but could definitely cause the next big run-up for Verge. Verge is extremely volatile. Investing in Verge, spending Verge, and having a growing investment that banks would never dream of offering. All right. What is the future of Ravencoin? Oh my God. Do you see my Ravencoin wallet down here? Dude, come on. Where's my bird fan? Where's my bird miners at? So if you guys don't know what Ravencoin is, what is it even priced at right now? I've just been mining it. It's down a little bit. So if you guys don't know what Ravencoin is essentially has the technology of anti-ASIC or ASIC resistance, extremely ASIC resistance for miners. So this is really good. It's a really good thing, and that's why it's kind of growing. Personally, that's why I mine Ravencoin, because it's really easy for me to mine since I don't have an ASIC. I have a 1080 Ti, and I mine it, you know, just with like little computer I have here. I don't do any sort of serious mining, but Dudette. Oh, what's up, Dudette? I'm sorry. I know it's like, I think the statistic is like 1.9% of the people who watch me are dudes. I was just looking at that the other day. I assumed her gender. Triggered? No, okay, I'm not going to get into that. But Ravencoin, yeah, so ASIC extremely, I think it's the most ASIC resistance. And so I think that's why it has, in the technology behind this, has so much room to grow. Ranked at 285. The thing's like under 4 cents. Like, just look at its entire lifespan here. It's like, it's barely moved at all. I think it has so much room to grow. It could easily be like a top 100 coin. And it's awesome to mine. Like, this thing's awesome to freaking mine. I love it. And so Ravencoin, yeah, dude, I think it could easily be a top 100 coin here. No problem. Probably not ever like a top 20 or anything like that. But I think it's very possible it could breach the top 100. You know, wouldn't be too hard. So yeah, Clarence, the future of Ravencoin, dude. I'm very bullish on Ravencoin. I think it's great. I love mining it. I think it's a fun coin. It's not too volatile either, at least not yet, because nothing really happens too much with it. And I think it can only be traded on the bridge. Oh, it got added to more. So we have Nanox, Crypto Bridge, and QBTC. Awesome, awesome. More places, so it's growing. What do you know? That's Ravencoin for you. I mean, there's no point in pulling it up on the chart, really, because right now it's basically just a miner's coin. Let's go ahead and pull this Bitcoin chart. Oh, Bitcoin's going back up, boys. It's about to break, and girls. It's about to break 9,200. And then we'll get back to the charts here. I'm sorry, guys. There's a lot of people asking questions. But this is awesome. Awesome. I'm glad I get to talk to all of you guys. I'm glad I'm able to help. If you guys have any questions, again, feel free to ask. I also have a Discord, which is in the description below. You guys feel free to join there and talk to me whenever. I'm very active. Gotta go. Thank you for your input. Greatly appreciated. Yo, Robert Cata, thank you so much for stopping by, dude. I appreciate you being here. It's always a pleasure. Dogecoin was Satoshi's original dream. yeah, basically, right? Clarence, great having you, dude. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I read that one. It's okay. I believe Verge, TRX, ETN, ZIL, and Cash will hit $1 by the end of 2018. I don't know. That's pretty bullish. That's pretty bullish. I mean, oh, okay, so Power said that. Power to achieve. Yeah, dude, you know me. I don't like to overhype things and be like, this is going to hit the moon and $400 Ripple and crap like that by the end of the year and stuff. I don't like to, like, overprice my predictions. So, put it this way. That would require us to have, like, a $3 or $4 trillion market cap. And we haven't even broken $1 trillion yet. So... that would require us to literally have like at least a $3 trillion market cap, or close to it. So, I mean, that'd be great. I would be down, but realistically, I don't know if we're at that point yet where we're gonna see a $3 trillion market cap by the end of the year. I think we're gonna easily break a $1 trillion market cap within the next 12 months. However, the way we're looking right now, I think that breaking a $3 trillion market cap or hitting close to that is going to be a little bit hard. That's just my personal belief. Because it would require a minimum of at least $2 trillion to get close to that. And so, yeah, I don't know. We'd have to wait and see. But out of those coins, I really do actually like Tron. I love... What is ETN? Wait, I know what that is. Why does that sound so familiar? Oh, Electronium. Okay, I've talked about Electronium before. Dude, the day that Electronium comes out with mining for Apple devices and Apple iPhones, because that's like their whole thing is like mining off like portable software, like phones and all that, and iPads. The moment that they come out mining on Apple products or like iPhones or any of that, or smartphones, well, they have it on some smartphones, but at that moment, Electronium will moonshoot. Like, it's literally going to be ridiculous. So that's good for Electronium, but until they do that, like, I think it's just going to sit there. What was I doing? Yeah, so back to the charts here. I love Encash. I like TRX. Ethereum again, same thing. Sandpiper says okay. Do you think I should sell my Litecoin? Well, I'm not going to tell you whether to buy or sell it here, but I will give you my input on what Litecoin's doing. Litecoin to BTC. Let's look at this. Wow, that's a really nice run up. Well, I hope you bought down here, because if you did, that's great. So let's look at this. Let's do a TA of Litecoin. Also, it's 10 o'clock right now. I believe, if you guys don't know who Hyped on Crypto is, Hyped on Crypto is a channel that I'm partnered with. They have a TA dude named Lord Ray, and he is you guys think I'm good at TA? That guy is a god at TA. So he's going to be streaming at 11 o'clock, so I'll be off before then, and then I'll actually be in his live stream, because that guy teaches me a lot. This is interesting. So, okay. Yeah. I don't even know. I mean, so I guess it kind of depends on when you bought in, right? Alright, I will say this as well. I messed this up. Let's go ahead and remove you. What in the world? Oh, shoot. Okay, I see that. I was going to say there was definitely a trend line here for Litecoin. This thing does not want to work with me, really. I mean, we can look at this. It broke out of this, fell back in. There's not too much to say here. We can try and see if we can draw a little pennant over in this area for Litecoin. And I think that's pretty much going to be your breakout point. But inside of this, I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, you could kind of say so. It's a small one, but it works, and that, I mean, that's what I guess causes the breakout. I think because it was a more mainstream coin. Again, the more mainstream coins, like that are in the top couple, followed Bitcoin on this jump here, but all the major altcoins that are not in the top part of cryptocurrency took a dip when it took a hit. What? Is this account so I can join the stream at 11? Yeah, guys, let me go ahead and get that link for you guys. Pull it up on here in a separate window. So they have two accounts. They have a live streaming account, and this is what that is, and then they have an actual YouTube channel where they post videos, and I do collaborations on their other channel. So they're called Hyped on Crypto. Their live stream channel is called Hyped on Crypto Live. So I'll go ahead and put this in the chat. You guys can see me over there at 11 o'clock. Let me check real fast, just to make sure he is streaming. Because I know he wasn't streaming earlier today because he had a collaboration that he had to do with someone. So let me just check with that real fast. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and figure that out. But once he replies, I will keep you guys posted. Let's go ahead and look at another coin here. So what I'm going to actually do here is I'm going to refresh coin market cap, and we're going to kind of see, so I mean, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, guys. EOS is one of those coins that I think could hit $50 by the end of the year, like, or by like within the next 12 months. If EOS was $50, I would not even be surprised at all. I think EOS is one of the most underrated, like, I mean, it's slowly been building its way up here, but for such a long time, it was such an underrated cryptocurrency. It's an absolutely phenomenal coin, and yeah. So what was I? What were we reading in chat? Yeah, I mean that's Litecoin for you, dude. A little bit of like a pennant breakout. I think partially to do because of what Bitcoin was doing, but Cardano's breaking out too now, so that's awesome. Verge is in the exact same place. Let's go back to Bitcoin. I mean, Litecoin is having an identity crisis. I own it, but I have no idea why particularly. See, I think that's a that's a problem. So you should always know why you're going into something. You should have like an idea of, ooh, hello Bitcoin. You should have an idea of when you're going into something, of why you're going in, like kind of like when you want to get out, when you'd be satisfied. You need to have a basic understanding when you're going into a buy of what you're going to be satisfied with, as well as like a stop loss. Stop losses are essential. Can I still buy EOS? It depends. Are you looking? If you're looking to long-term hold it, then by all means. But if you're looking to like short-term trade it, probably not. You know, I'm gonna leave Bitcoin up, but we're gonna get rid of Verge here because Verge isn't doing anything. EOS, BTC. BTC is pacing up and gaining momentum. It is, dude. I mean, like, look at this. Look, up, higher, low, higher, higher, high, 2 higher highs already. It's pumping, dude. We already have a new high, like higher high, 922. Oh wait, no, the other one's up here. My bad. I don't know what I was saying. So, hey, I'll take it, dude. We're moving up. So this is EOS. Yeah, this is the breakout. I own some EOS. So as you can see, like right now, you probably don't want to buy into it. Yeah, look at that support line. You probably don't want to buy into it right now. Why? Because you're at the very top of like a candle, of a green candle almost. You never want to buy at the top. You always want to wait till it corrects a little bit. If you want a short-term, excuse me guys, I'm yawning up a storm. If you want a short-term trade EOS, I don't know if it's the best time to buy right now. However, I think long-term holding EOS, like EOS is one of the few coins. I don't really, again, swing trading is like my specialty and like my expertise, but EOS is like one of the coins that I would love to freaking long-term hold, like for till the end of the year. I would hold this thing for years. Quite honestly, I think EOS is great. I would hold this thing for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe even, and I'd be perfectly happy with that because this thing has a ton of intrinsic value, especially with Dawn. I also want to buy into EOS because I think no one even knows about Dawn 3.0 coming out yet, and once like that it gets mainstream news that EOS is releasing Dawn 3.0, I think EOS is gonna like moon in price, like pull a Verge, and because EOS is going to be having like so many smart contracts and networks and apps built. I'd say like over 1,200. I think it's 1,264 apps are going to be built on it. So it's like insane. So EOS is huge, so undervalued, so undervalued. EOS is a great coin. So right here, making consistent higher highs, very, very good, very bullish here. You know, higher high, higher high, higher high. So as long as we keep on our upwards trend line here, I think we're going to be doing real good. We're good. Stay on EOS. I'm also going to go ahead and remove these lines. I messed that up. I want to remove these lines here. We're going to draw a new one. We're going to kind of see what EOS is doing over here. That's fairly easy. Yeah, I mean, definite support. If we're being honest here, I mean, definite support. Steep support, too. Jeez. I mean, we just had this massive correction. I think we could definitely see another correction coming in for EOS. I mean, it looks like it's about time for some sort of a correction. It's probably going to take some sort of a dip, and don't hold me to that, but just based off the charts and what I know, it looks like it's about time for it to take some sort of a dip. So not like a huge one, not going to kill EOS or anything, but probably at least come down and maybe touch off the support line or something along those lines. So we will see. EOS is at the number 5 spot for cryptocurrency now, guys. It surpassed Litecoin, something I've also been saying for a long time. Litecoin's going to be losing momentum, and ever since LitePay has been canceled, that's all you've seen. Litecoin's just falling out. It's falling out of mainstream. I'm fine with it too, to be quite honest. So I hope that answers your question, Clarence. Oh, I just saw you commenting. Okay, BTC pacing up. I have lots of cryptos. Litecoin is the only one I FOMO'd. Lol. Not worried. Not too worried. What's BNB doing? Yeah, BNB, dude. I was talking in my Discord about BNB the other day and saying it was like gonna swing trade, and what happened? We're going to take a look, and I'll show you guys what happened. EOS to BTC. No. BNB to BTC. Well, I drew up this dime over here. And what happened? We broke out. We broke out, and then I also drew up this. I had erased it. That sucks. But I'll just redraw it for you guys, because why not? You guys already know what I'm gonna do. It's nothing magical. Oh wait, no. How? Was it off that wick? Okay, maybe it wasn't this one. Maybe I'm thinking of another coin, because there's like no support here. But I was basically talking about how I thought BNB... What did I just hit? Holy moly. I was basically just talking about how I thought BNB was going to get ready for a run here. I remember I messed around with it a little bit, and you guys can go back on the Discord and see I was talking about how I was ready to swing trade BNB, and sure enough, I mean, it took off again. I had a really nice swing trade down here, sold up here, and I made a decent amount of money, so I was perfectly fine with that as well. Decided not to buy back into a second time. I don't really regret it too much. I just made that Tron trade instead of the BNB trade, but BNB looks like it's going to fall here. I'd be very tempted to see what it's going to do on this. I mean, I don't know, dude. Do we call this as a support line? Like, probably not. Maybe this is a support line would be even better. So I think it's still got a little ways. We'll see, though. It'll probably come back and touch this line in like a day. Would be my guess. Give it like 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, and come back and touch this line again. So that's ideally when you want to buy. But yeah, dude, BNB again, still pretty undervalued. I mean, look at this. It's in a descending. Okay, so I didn't see this until right now, until I zoomed out. It's making consistent higher highs right now, and we've talked about this. And I'm pretty confident after looking at that we're going to come back and see a triple touch here. So what does this look like for us, right? I'll show you what this looks like. Immediately, this is what I think of. Right here. So we see right here, right guys? What does this look like? So picture all of this right here. Going down, we're going down. Lower low, lower low, lower low, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go over to BNB. What does this look like? Lower low, 1. Well, I guess this would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5, almost the same thing. Then what happens? We bottom out, then we have 1, 2, 3, higher lows, 1, 2, 3, very similar pattern. I don't know, I mean, I'm not saying by any means it's guaranteed, but it's kind of cool to see how these things work, right? We see the bottom out, 1, 2, 3. You want to have at least 3 levels before you can call it bullish divergence. At least in my opinion, I think 2 is not enough. Because like right here, you could have been like, oh, I see it, like, you know, like, see, even this is so gay. You could have been like, this is like 1 and then 2 and then just falls. So personally, I think that this looks good because it looks like it bottoms out, and then 1, 2, 3, you're gonna have a third touch here. And if it stays on this trend line, if it's good, it's good. But if it breaks out, then that'll be a rough time. So my throat's getting really dry. So yeah, I mean, again, I think it has a little bit longer to fall, but you know, we'll see what it does. Keep an eye on it. Cardano, all over the place. Oh my God, up, up, down, up, down, up. Look at how volatile that one candle was. Jeez, it's not what you want to see. But it's staying on this trend line, so broke out of it for a little bit. Ethereum probably going to move on to EOS. I think you mean the other way around. EOS is built on Ethereum. Well, it's leaving it. EOS was built on like the Ethereum platform, but now they're leaving the ERC20. But I think I get what you're trying to say. Like you're trying to meme it. Like Ethereum's now going to move over to EOS and all that. I mean, that'd be really a really twisted like thing. That'd be really twisted. But personally, you guys are going to hate me for saying this, but I think it's very possible that we see Ethereum surpass Bitcoin at some point in the future. It's very, very possible here. So EOS could reach over $100. Maybe in the distant future. Probably not. I mean, yes, I do think it can. But we'll see. I think it's going to be a really good year for EOS. I don't know how long it would take it to get to there. But that'd be awesome, dude. 10x gain on EOS. Count me in. Glad I could help Clarence. A lot of coins are looking beautiful right now. Yeah, they really are. And this is why I said that we're so close. We are literally in so many different ways. We are pretty much setting ourselves up for an official bull market. Bullish convergence, run up. So much things contradicting the TA, and yet despite all of it, it just keeps on going up. Right now, guys, we're about to break our previous high. Let's go ahead and zoom in here and look at this. Here we go. Can we break it? We already did. We already have. Already have it. A new higher high has just been formed on Bitcoin. So really, really good stuff. Like this is what you want to see. You like we break. Not only do we break out of this wedge, of this upwards wedge, but like we break out and are consistently just going higher and higher and higher. So like that's awesome. You know, great stuff by all means. Yeah. Let's go ahead and pull back up the good old Verge here. This is one that I'm, again, looking at very closely. I think it's so close to just having another run up. Oh, man, it's getting close to a double bottom. Let's take a look at this. So, as we saw, the amount of volume, or yeah, just even the volume that it had. Look at this volume levels when it even touched this line. Now, if it falls below this line, that's bad. Very, very bad. So we definitely have some sort of a descending triangle here, which is something to watch out for because we're starting to make consistent lower lows. Not good either. But what we could do is bounce off this line if we hit it. We might bounce it, breach it a little bit, and then just bounce. So I would love to be able to have a nice swing trade on Verge, ride the bounce. I know I was joking. Okay, that's what I thought, Piper. I thought you were joking, and it took me a second to get it and like process it about like it being the other way around. I like took it way too seriously at first, and I was like, oh. That's when you need to type the kappa. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see with Verge. I mean, Verge pumpy dumpy, so we'll figure it out. No, I'm not really too nervous either way. I mean, it's so low right now. I will keep this pulled up though, because I would love to see Verge double bottom here. Oh my god. And it's literally, it's like a couple Satoshis away from double bottoming, so we will definitely just keep a close eye on this. But okay, so Cardano's breaking out. We called this, you know, right? We had the pennant, we had the upwards wedge. I'm also going to go ahead and draw this up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, just look at this. Like, if that's not nice, like, I'm not sure what it is. So, that was a pretty easy call for me. getting into Cardano. We'll see this thing right up. I'm very, very confident that it's going to break this previous high, this previous level right here. It's not going to be much. Well, actually, that's a decent amount of resistance right here. But if it breaks it, we're going to see it climb fairly nicely. So, not too worried. If you got into Cardano at the nice time, at a good time, then you're going to be riding it. If you didn't, then you know there's plenty of trades to be made. Am I right? So, a lot of coins are looking good. I completely agree. I had a break in Link. Can you please go over your answer for the... Oh, you had to bring in the Link. I had a break in Link. Can you please go over your answer for question on changing the coins? Oh, I'm sorry. I did not read that. I am going to always change my coins into Bitcoin before cashing, or if I'm going to change my coins into Bitcoin before cashing out, then do I need to hold more Bitcoin or just hold more? Man, I don't have enough water in me. Do I need to hold more Bitcoin or just hold the different coins? I'm confused at what you're asking, Clarence. Is there any way you could rephrase that? If I'm going to always... Hey, Refined Science, welcome, dude. I will do Bluezell just for you. If I'm going to always change my coins into Bitcoin before cashing the amount, do I need to hold more Bitcoin? Or just hold the different coins? If you want to cash out from like Coinbase, you pretty much have to use like Bitcoin or like one of the mainstream coins. Oh, that was the wrong one. Let's get rid of Verge. BLZ to BTC, BLX, BLZ to BTC. Bluezell. Let's look at this. Oh, this is what I like to see. Thank you for showing me this. I was actually, now I remember why this looks familiar. So if you guys don't know, again, I was talking about this in my last live stream. Coins that come out of ICO like this are the best. If they're good a coin, excuse me. They are the best coins to buy. Why? Because after ICO sale, these things are so cheap. They're cheaper, they're like freaking cheaper than they were in the ICO. I mean, look at this. Launch right here, 11,000 Satoshis. Down here, 3,000. 3,000. So cheap. And if it's a good coin, what's gonna happen? You're buying this thing on a massive sale, massive freaking sale, dude. So if you buy down here, dude, oh my god. There's a couple coins like this that I'm looking at right now. I love doing this with coins. I love seeing good things come out of ICOs, like actually useful coins come out of ICOs, dump, and then just buying them down here and holding them for like a couple months. And then next thing you know, they're easily surpassing this. They're, you know, they're like way up here. Holding them for like a couple months, like you're, wow. So I love seeing coins that come out of ICO like this. I love analyzing them. So for the most part, let's see what we got here. So you are definitely in an upwards trend, obviously. And I think, I think we can call this, I was going to say that this could so easily be a cup and handle, but you have this, I don't know. It might be like I don't even know if it can be an inverse head and shoulders. Because you have like a shoulder, head, shoulder, inverse maybe. But I was going to say it could be a cup and handle if you didn't have this in here, and then this going up kind of ruins it because it's not even a cup anymore. But you have like the nice like downwards motion and all that filling in. So I'll show you what I see. I love pennants, if you know anything about me. I love my pennants. See what we got here. I mean, yeah, I mean, you're just kind of breaking out right now. Nothing too serious. Measured move should be a little bit higher than this. What even is the ranking of this coin? Because that could also have an effect on this. Isn't it over 100? Yeah, it's 162. So coins like this are a little bit harder because TA is less of a factor, I guess you could say. They kind of do like sometimes whatever they want. But like just based off this, I mean, okay, so this is kind of scary because you broke your pattern of making higher highs. So, you know, we see higher highs consistently, especially along this area, right? You know, we see this, you know, higher highs consistently, and then it just breaks down, which is really not what you want to see. But it looks like it could jump back on this trend line right around here. So it looks like it could jump back on the trend line, which is good. Kind of weird, but I guess it's good, you know. Pennant, boom, breakout, very, very small pennant, but I mean, I wouldn't say it's bearish yet. That's pretty bad to see, but it's back on the trend line, so I mean, you can't be too angry, especially if you had a good buy-in point like here or here or anywhere down in here, then you can't complain. You know, move the stop loss up to like over here, and worst case scenario, you lose less money, but you still win, you still gain money. Alright guys, what time is it? I'll probably be cutting this out pretty soon here because I didn't eat dinner and it is 10:30. He needs to convert his coins to Coinbase to cash out. Yes, you do. You need to convert your coins into one of the I believe it's one of the 4 main coins on Coinbase, which I'll pull up for you guys. I don't think it matters if I show my Coinbase. Convert it to Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, or Litecoin, and you should be able to transact them out for USD. You guys got to see how much money when the last time I put fiat in. Whoop-de-doo. No, dude. But, yeah. It's Coinbase for you. I'm in Ghana. Wow. I have to change my coins to Bitcoin before cashing out, so I want to know whether I have to hold more Bitcoin or I just have to invest into altcoins and still change to Bitcoin to cash. Yes, so in order to cash your coins out, depending on what exchange you do them from, you need to almost always, not always, but in the majority of cases, you have to cash your coins into Bitcoin and then transact them out into fiat currency, which is like actual, like, you know, like paper money. So usually that's how it's done. However, Binance is in the future here, we don't know when yet, but Binance is going to be adding fiat to altcoins. So you can also do, you know, all the mainstream coins, you'll be able to do that, but altcoins as well. So I forget how many coins, but there's going to be a lot of coins that Binance is going to be adding. So you can literally, with your fiat money, go on to Binance. It's going to be so cool. It's going to be huge. Like, Binance is going to overturn Coinbase easily with this, but you're going to have fiat currency into, like, Tron and Ripple and, you know, like, EOS and Cardano, and it's going to be amazing. Oh my god, I'm so excited for that. So that's going to be huge. Like, oh my god, you just wait. When that happens, the price of the Binance coin is going to skyrocket. In bad news though, the Binance coin is also getting reduced. So instead of cutting your transaction fees in half when using Binance coin, it's going to be cut into a quarter, so it's less money. So instead of saving 50%, you save 25%. Kind of sucks, but, you know, their decision. Welcome from Ghana, Clarence. It's great having you, dude. Glad you are here. Also, Rogue Dolphin, thank you for helping him out with that. It means a lot, dude. Hold on to your altcoins and change to Bitcoin when you are ready to sell and cash out. Then sell Bitcoin on Coinbase. Yeah, be careful of the transaction fees. I think the best way to do that is to go from Binance or from your exchange to GDAX, and from GDAX to Coinbase, you have to deal with the least amount of fees that way, because if you go directly to Coinbase, then they butcher you with fees. Guys, one time I had to pay 29%. 29% in fees. I was so angry. Like, this was back when there was such a high demand too. It was in December, January. That was the most I've ever had to pay for a fee, and it was ridiculous. They made me pay 29%. I might even have a screenshot of it. Oh, it made me so mad. And it was because all the other exchanges were shut down, so they charge whatever the frick they want. Do you think Storm? Oh, dude, we were just looking at Storm. Not on stream, but we'll do this one and like another one or two, and we'll talk about, and I'll answer whatever questions you guys have, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this live stream up because I need dinner. Anyone like Digibyte? DGB? Yeah, I mean, I do. It's another ERC20 token, I'm like pretty sure, which is good because I'm interested to see what ERC20 tokens get added to Coinbase. That'll be unique. Storm. Could you imagine if it formed like a huge cup and handle here? That would have been dope. That would have been so cool. But all right, let's look at this. Storm. Let me look at this one more time. This is added to recently. This is the only one I have. Frick. All right. So, man, that's a huge run up. 222 Satoshi, 600. So yeah, I mean, it's running up nice here. Let's go ahead and zoom in. All right, so this isn't good. You broke. It's pretty volatile. Yeah, I mean, it looked pretty bad, honestly, around this area, but it was more consolidation than anything because you had that massive run-up, so you consolidate, which is perfectly normal. That's what we always say. We don't really have enough to go off of yet, at least not in my opinion. I wouldn't do this because it wouldn't be much of a swing trade. But we don't really have enough information yet. I mean, you could look for something like this. You can, I mean, there's obviously, I don't want to say obviously because it's not even that obvious yet. You only have like the initial touches with like 1, 2, 3. So it's not even, like, if this does form like some sort of like pennant or descending triangle, or like, it wouldn't be that big of one. I mean, it's a decent size, don't get me wrong, but 585 Satoshis to, so it's almost, it's close to like 100 Satoshis tall. Yeah, I mean, I would wait. Especially if you want to buy in now. It's probably going to come back down and touch the bottom of this triangle. If it's going to break out, then it's going to do it, but I think it's going to come back down a little bit before it does that. Although, I've been saying that lately, and things have been breaking out like really early, like on Bitcoin and Tron, both of those broke out really early. So, they broke out about this time, so, but those were early. I would just keep an eye on it, man. See where it goes. Personally, I think it's going to drop more and then probably break out, maybe. But I don't know too much about Storm, if I'm being completely honest. A lot of guys in Hyped on Crypto chat, they have a huge Discord. They were all talking about it, and so we'll see. I mean, I don't know too much, dude. I don't want to give you any kind of like false information here and just trying to like BS my way through something. So like, I'd hate to do that. The honest answer here is just I would like to see more candles before I made like a thing, but personally I think it's going to drop a little bit more here, so at least before, if it's going to break out again, I think it has to drop more. That's like my final words on that. And not like a ton more, but maybe at least bounce off, you know, the bottom of that support line. See if it really is a support line, test it, see if it's true. Because the problem with this is that you were going up, right? You're going up and up and up. higher, and then you drop, which is perfectly fine. Then you get a higher, or you get your low, you get a higher low, higher low, higher low, fall. You break it, you just break down, which is not like what you want to see, but now you're starting to see higher low again. Question is, can you keep this up? We're gonna have to find out, and that's like another thing. This just needs time. That's what this needs, because you don't want to see it. You don't want to see it have to do this. You don't like seeing a lower low, especially not even below your initial low. Break even below that. That's dangerous. That's my 2 cents on Storm. Do you think Storm looks decent? It's nothing I would put money into right now. I think there's just other trades to make, other money to be made. Just give it time. Trade something else while Storm's kind of messing around. I mean, it could break out. Could, but I don't know. It's not worthwhile in my opinion. Not right now. I'm not saying it's a horrible coin, but I'm just saying like right now it just is like why I just wouldn't spend time on it. Ooh, I like seeing this. That should lessen Bitcoin demand. Fiat for altcoin crypto. Yeah, we're already seeing, I don't know if I can pull up a chart for this, but we're seeing altcoin dominance grow drastically as of recently, guys. Bitcoin has been losing a foothold, and the easiest way to point that out to you is to show you guys the market cap of this. Total market cap for Bitcoin, 156. It's less than triple Ethereum now. Altcoins are growing. The total like altcoin to Bitcoin ratio is shrinking. Altcoins are growing. So reminds me a lot of, as Lord Ray from Hyped on Crypto calls it, the great FOMO of December, January. So something to remember. We saw similar things back then. It seems DC. It seems DC to me. Just bought some Storm. Yeah, I mean, dude, if you believe in it and whatever, by all means, you know, like make your own trades and all that. That's another thing I tell everyone. Don't just invest money because I say something about something. Like, do your own research and whatever. And if you like what you see and you like what you read and you like what you learn and you like the charts that you like, you know, that you develop and you make your own decision, you're like, my decision, you know, I think I'm gonna make money on this, and by all means, like, that's your thing. I don't like telling people, all right, like Garcia, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna want to put your money in right here, and then you're guaranteed to sell at 671 or like something like that. Like, I don't like doing that with people, because heaven forbid, like, the TA gets contradicted, and then I'm gonna have someone eventually just be like, you told me and you lost me money, and like, you know what I'm saying? So I let people make their own decisions. I just gotta give my input on the coin. And Tyler? How come I didn't get a notification for that? Where is Tyler at? Tyler, are you in here? There's no way. Can't wait for future collabs. Tyler, are you in this chat still? My man, I just saw that. Someone grab a hold of Tyler. Where is he at? Get him in here. Tyler, or Sparks, or... Thank you so much for the $5, Tyler. You're the man. Where is he? Is he in here? Thank you so much for I missed his $5 donation. I am a horrible, horrible person. Get back in my chat. Alright, well, Tyler, thank you so much for the $5 donation. It means a lot, dude. Thank you for supporting the stream. If you guys don't know who Tyler is, or Sparks, excuse me, Sparks is one of the guys from Hyped on Crypto, who I was saying earlier, let me make sure I still have this. This is their link. I'm going to go ahead and post it in the chat right now. But he is from Hyped on Crypto. They are a cryptocurrency organization. They have a lot of really, really cool stuff. They have their website. They have 2 YouTube channels. They have a giant Discord with like 2,400 people in it. Anyway, I'm partnered with them, and so me and them make cryptocurrency YouTube collaborations, and we make videos right now, which is primarily posted on their channel, but I have a little bit on my channel. And I'm actually posting another one pretty soon here, as well as we're making another one really soon. But they are Hyped on Cryptocurrency YouTube channel, guys. Anyway, they have a TA guy named Lord Ray, aka Mitch, and he is going to be streaming at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, which is about 23 minutes away. And so I'm going to go ahead and head over there pretty soon, because that guy is like the wisest dude when it comes to TA. Like, if you guys want to learn more about technical analysis, you go and you watch this stream. He's crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and put this link in chat, guys. This is the link to their live channel, or it should be. Yeah, this is the link to their live channel where you can watch them tonight in about 23 minutes. So I'm going to head over there when it comes time. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, finish whatever questions that I have for you guys. But they're awesome. I would definitely recommend checking them out. And, you know, their whole team's awesome. They have a huge team. So can't even begin to talk about all of them. So they're awesome. Shout out to them, and see you guys there at 11 o'clock. But until then, I'll go ahead and finish up whatever questions that we have here. I'm keeping a very close eye on Electronium, or is that what you're saying? From Asia. The volume's good, and Korea will rise it up. The price is really good. Okay, right, here, we'll take a look at that, and then we'll probably call it quits. Unless there's like anything else. Oh, I have never heard of this before. Electrify Asia. Shock 'em all. Oh, no, don't do that. That's a weird name for a coin. Brad, if Sparks is here, Brad, you tell him I said thank you personally, and I give him a shout out, and I give you guys a shout out. My man. So the first thing I want to do here is I like to see where these coins are listed. That can give you a very, very good idea of how much room this has to grow. Now, if this thing's on Binance or like Bittrex or some of these other sites, then you're really good. But KuCoin, I'm not too huge of a fan of. They're a decent size. Gate.io. So that's good. I guess the KuCoin, Gate.io, Index, TDAX, DDEX, Ether Delta. Not too good of exchanges. So almost all of their volume's done on KuCoin. I don't know. I kind of think KuCoin's sketchy. I can look into like their website real fast and we can see what they're doing. But yeah, Brad, I feel horrible, dude. I totally forgot. I didn't even see that I didn't even get a notification that he donated me money. And I don't know, dude. And so I just checked my phone and I got a message from PayPal saying that I was donated money, and I was like, what? So I'm horrible. I'm a horrible person. Yeah, I mean, as we said, you know, storms drop and more. It's expected. Here we go. Electrify Asia. Be the power. Thank you very much for participating in. Okay, so it's pretty new. So it just came out of ICO. Retail marketplace in South Asia, addressing the need for transparency and security and consumption of energy. Yo, while I'm reading this, do you want to go ahead and give me like your quick rundown? Power to achieve. Plans to develop decentralized energy marketplace that runs on the blockchain as an improvement from existing marketplace business. Okay, so from Singapore. In the new marketplace 2.0 will allow anyone to source for energy from a commercial energy suppliers or to buy directly for private producer via electrified peer. All right. I kind of like that. That's such like, I feel like that's such an old picture. I kind of like that. But we'll have to see. I feel like this is a coin that could be great in the future, but I don't feel like it has any place in like right now in the crypto sphere. I don't feel like it has like any place that it would fit in. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, yeah, I like it. I think it's gonna be great in the future, but I feel like it lacks, like right now, it just lacks utility or like usability. Because think about it, it's all about bringing power and decentralization along with electricity, right? So let me just make sure I'm getting this straight before. I'm sorry for everyone who's here for TA, but we're looking at this coin real fast. Yeah, an energy marketplace. This will be a need. It just isn't a need yet. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a need, and it's going to be. But it's just, as of right now, cryptocurrencies aren't big enough, blockchain isn't big enough. There isn't a need for what they're supplying, right? It's like putting a, so let's just say you're getting a huge freaking university like built next to in your town, right? And with that university, they're gonna have like all the sports team, whatever. So you open up your sports store you open up a Nike store or a Nike branch or whatever right in that town, but you open it up like 3 years or like, you know, years in advance before, because you know the college is coming, right? You know that there's gonna be such a demand. So what happens is, once they're built and the college is built, and or it's like, you know, it's gonna be like a big sports school or like a training place, and you're already there and you're built and you're ready. However, you know that you're gonna be successful come when it's time. But at the moment, you're still preparing yourself, right? And I will get to your answer, Clarence. So it's one of those things. That's a really bad analogy, but it's going to be a need. It just isn't yet, but it's going to be. So give it time. If you want to buy it cheap and long term hold it, you know, that could work. It's a little small, but it's probably a little bit small. It's 242. If you could hold it in a wallet, I guess that'd be all right, but I wouldn't keep it on KuCoin. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this live stream here. But I'm gonna answer a couple more questions. Clarence, so this is basically gonna be it. If you guys have any questions, I'll go ahead and answer those. But I'm gonna be ending this live stream in a couple minutes here. I'm finishing out whatever kind of questions that you guys have. I'll go ahead and leave the Bitcoin chart up as well. Clarence says, do you think XRP can get to $5 this year? All right, so I see a lot of people saying that XRP is going to hit $5 minimum this year, and it's going to be like $500 or $600 maximum or something like that. I think that's ridiculous, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, like I like XRP. It was the first altcoin that I ever purchased, but like realistically, let's be real here. I'm not one of those YouTubers who likes to just pump something. And I don't own any XRP right now, so you guys can't say like I'm trying to like shill you or anything like that. I don't own any XRP right now. But XRP, realistically, I think the max that it could hit by the end of 2018, okay, I don't want to say the max, but around $5, yeah. That's like the upper end, if I'm being completely honest. I think that's possible. I really do. But I don't think that like that's like the minimum, if that makes any sense. I think saying that the minimum that the minimum price for XRP by the end of the year is $5, I think that's way too bullish. Way too bullish. Because that's like saying that the minimum price for Bitcoin is going to be like 25K minimum. That's essentially what you're saying. So it's like minimum price for Ethereum, $2,000. Like, it just isn't a realistic minimum price. I think it's possible. Yes, I absolutely think Bitcoin could hit 25,000. I think Ethereum could hit $2,000. I think XRP could hit $5. it'll be, you know, it'll take us a little bit to get there. In order to get there, I think we're gonna have to bust $1 trillion market cap or come close to it. But I think it's very possible. As I've stated before in a lot of my videos and in like almost all my live streams, I think $1 trillion market cap is like more than likely gonna happen here. So I would not be too worried. $1 trillion market cap, in my opinion, is just a matter of time. I don't know what we're at right now. Yeah, wow, we broke 400 billion. That's awesome. It's awesome. Broke 400 billion. It's great to see. Great to hear. Anyway, we'll do one more quick look at Verge real fast. XVG. We're gonna wrap this thing up. Verge. Did it hit? It did not hit. It's so close. It was so close too. It's going back up. I mean, you could almost count that. It's literally like 2 Satoshis off. 3 Satoshis off. I don't know if we can count that as a double bottom, but it's really close. So it could just bounce anyway. We're already seeing a nice bounce. It's already going up about 10 Satoshis, right? No, it hasn't gone up. Yeah, it has almost gone up 10 Satoshis. So that's Verge for you. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you guys have any final questions, I'll stick around here. We'll just chill out and I'll answer those questions for you guys. If you guys have not already, hit the like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot. Also, if you guys want to join my Discord, that is linked in the description below, and you guys can also, you know, come in the Discord. I'm very interactive. I always post stuff in there. As you guys, I'll go ahead and pull it up again so that you guys can see. Oh, he's here. When was that? 10:36? But I'll go ahead and pull this up. You know, I have a Discord. Oh, wow, a lot of you guys joined here. Okay, so yeah, you guys can see I'm always posting charts, videos, information. If you guys ever want to talk to me, I have voice rooms. I'm always open to talk. Just be like, hey, tag me, be like, @ and then the crypto analyst and whatever. More than happy to talk and whatnot. And so at this point, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sorry. Excuse me, guys. At this point, guys, I'm going to go ahead and link the Hyped on Crypto live channel so that you guys can go ahead and go over there. They are going to be doing technical analysis with their host, Lord Ray, who is their TA guy. And I'm going to go ahead and link the channel in the description below so that you guys can head over there. This guy is arguably one of the smartest guys when it comes to technical analysis. Personally, my favorite technical analysis. And he's incredibly wise. Like, I learned so much from him, and I think all of you guys can too. So I'm going to go ahead and head over there and prepare for the live stream at 11 o'clock tonight, which is in 10 minutes from now, roughly around 10 minutes. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and post that in chat so that all of you guys can see that. Insane. This guy takes coin requests. He's very active with his audience. Nice. Super chill guy. So there's lots of you know, great things to go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and link that. You guys don't have to go by any means, but I am partnered with them, so they're trustworthy. I trust them an absolute ton. They're not gonna shill you or anything like that. So they're awesome. Great show. I enjoyed it. I'm going to dream of Bitcoin hitting 30K and EOS to $100. Hey, dude, that'd be a great dream. Could you imagine that? It'd suck to wake up though and be like, oh no, it didn't happen. Thank you. Great details. Hit likes, peeps. Hit the likes, peeps. Yo, thank you so much, Sandpiper. It's great having you. Welcome to the live stream. Power to Achieve, thank you for sticking around, as always. Mr. You're always consistent, so thank you very much for being there. Power to Achieve. It's great having you too as well. And Clarence and everyone else that was active. So if there are not any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up for us. Great live stream, great movement from Bitcoin. We broke out, which is awesome. Super awesome. The bears are losing power. They are. It's awesome. Whew. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and head over to the Hype on Crypto live stream. But first, I'm going to go eat dinner because it's 11 o'clock here and I am incredibly hungry. So, yeah. Rogue Dolphin, also, thank you for being here. I know that you're also fairly new as well. So, awesome, awesome. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I will not drag this out any longer. Go ahead and pull this up over here. One more shout out to Sparks for donating $5 and saying can't wait for future collabs. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and flash this back up on the screen because I totally forgot. Can't wait for future collabs. Yeah, dude, I cannot wait either. I do collaborations with Sparks. He's awesome from Hyped on Crypto. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am the Crypto Analyst, and this has been the Crypto Analyst live stream of an hour and 45 minutes long, almost to the T. So great live stream, tons of interaction, and a lot. We did a lot today, so it was awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, in the next video. See you later.